Every candle maker goes through phases. Some are fun, some are frustrating, and all of them are just part of the candle making journey. Looking back, I can see exactly how I moved from being a hobbyist who just loved candles, blending all of the fun, to deciding to make it into a full candle business. So today I'm sharing the 5 phases of becoming a candle maker. And I guarantee you'll recognize yourself in at least one of these phases, and so you'll get a glimpse of what's ahead if you just keep going. Hey everybody, it's Kerry. I'm the owner and creator of Couture Home and Body. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to take you through the 5 phases of the candle maker's journey. The ups, the downs, and everything in between. Let's get into it. All right, the phase we all begin at, and you may still be here, the hobbyist. You have started because you love candles. Maybe you got a kit on Amazon or Candle Science, or you saw a video on TikTok and you're like, all right, I just need to try that. So in this stage, it's all about curiosity and fun. Never stop being curious. You are melting wax in a double boiler on your stove. You're just pouring into random jars, probably Dollar Tree, am I right? You're experimenting with scents that you personally love. I remember my first pours. I was so proud that I even made a candle. And I was like, I knew it wasn't perfect, but at that stage, it didn't matter. I wasn't going for perfection. I was just really excited to get into it. And honestly, my advice to you here, enjoy this phase. Stay in this phase for as long as you want or need to. Not everyone wants to start a candle business, and that is okay. This is the phase that you do not have to worry about perfection. Just let yourself play, discover what you enjoy about the craft very specifically. Enjoy this, stay curious. Right. Phase 2, the experimenter. So this is where you fall into that testing rabbit hole. Wick sizes, wax types, fragrance loads. Suddenly, you're surrounded by tons of jars and burns, and there's different sticky notes on everything. You're taking notes, hopefully. You're trying to figure out why one candle is mushrooming, why something else is tunneling, why the wick just won't stay lit. Where's your hot throw? I love this one, not that one. For us, when we first started getting into candles, our kitchen looks like yours, right? It's a lab. You've got rows of the test candles. You're just trying to figure out why this one worked, why this one didn't. Everything is probably in disarray. You have a bin with all of your stuff. Maybe there's an analog style notebook in there. Here is my advice. Keep a burn log. Keep a burn test log. Document everything. The wax, the wick, the jar, the fragrance, the diameter of the jar, and your results. You will thank yourself later because you will need to go back to that. No matter how long you are making candles, trust, digital is even better. All right, let's talk about phase 3, the side hustle. So maybe friends and family started asking to buy your candles, and maybe you're doing some small markets or you're taking them to work, maybe an Etsy shop, or you're just selling by word of mouth. Suddenly you realize, you know what, this is more than a hobby, but it also means you have to think about pricing, proper labeling, and compliance. Our first sales came from friends and family. Thank you so much. And then eventually we started going to a small local event. I was thrilled. And I talked about this in my other video about COGS. When I added up the numbers, I was like, oh, I didn't really make any money. I didn't really fully understand my costs. So here's my tip to you. Learn your numbers early. Track your cost of goods, wax, wick, fragrance jars, packaging, and don't underprice just because you're new. Don't not pay yourself. Here's a link to that video that I'm talking about right here. If you're serious about making this into a business, you really have to have your COGS down and understand where everything is going. And then this is the phase that you will start incorporating buying in bulk where you can. All right, phase 4, the business builder. Now you're treating it like a business, right? You've invested in maybe some branding, a website, packaging that feels professional. You're starting to create seasonal collections, you're building an audience, you're building a product library, and you're starting to think about your ideal customer. But you're also wearing all of the hats. everything, right? I would stay up super late teaching myself specifically how to build a website, trying to figure out all those back-end systems, learning all the behind the scenes tasks that I didn't fully appreciate when I was first building my business, but I needed to know. It was exciting for me. I mean, it was exhausting, but it was exciting. So here's my tip to you. Time management is everything. Batch your tasks, use systems to help you out. Don't be afraid to automate or outsource, little things when you can and where you can. Phase 5, the Maker CEO. What up? This is where you start scaling. Maybe you're doing wholesale orders, custom orders. Maybe you're starting to run regular workshops. You're collaborating with other makers, suppliers. You're not just making candles anymore, right? You're running a company. At this stage, you are focused on growth, strategy, long-term vision instead of just like the day-to-day production. So for me, this phase really clicked when I realized I couldn't just, keep pouring candles, post on social media from time to time. I had to step back and just really focus on strategy, testing, building, collaborations that would actually grow the business. Really focusing on strategy. Here's my tip. Revisit your why. Scaling brings new challenges, but staying connected to why you started, who you're making for, your niche, right? Your client avatar. This will help keep you grounded. So those are the 5 phases of becoming a candle maker. Oh, what an exciting journey that was. Which phase are you in right now? Drop it down in the comments below, because here's the thing. I promise you are not alone in whichever phase you are. We're all here to help each other, right? We all have different strengths that we can help each other's weaknesses by building this community, being there for each other, most importantly, being kind about it. If you found this video helpful, check out my other videos around candle making, running a candle business. Listen, your next phase might be just one video away from that next level up. So until the next one, you guys, I'll see you then. Bye.